Hey guys, good evening and welcome to my exciting channel. We're discussing Mandela effects and the like. Thanks for joining me today as we uncover the mysteries of the Mandela effect itself and find out the true meaning of it all. We must discover what is really happening, what is really going on here, to change these things that we know and hold dear to us. And let us help others discover the meaning of the Mandela effect and how it affects them and the price of milk. Thank you.
No, I don't take. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Guys, hello, we're live. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Welcome to the Mandela Effect channel. We're discussing Mandela effects and the like. Thanks for joining in. Welcome all Mandela Effectians. So good to see everyone back again. The reason why we have this birthday celebration picture image up is because it's Teresa's birthday coming up November 12th. So we're looking forward to that. Let's see who's here.
Happy birthday, Teresa, who's in the chat because of a stupid Android bug with StreamYard. She can't do any shows on her birthday weekend. Horrible. Horrible.
Yes, I know. It's terrible. Just terrible, right, Sandy?
It is terrible.
Yeah. There's an Android bug right now that they're working on for Google Chrome. Anyway, so Super Mario Brothers 3 is here. First one here. Let's see, Sandy, it looks like you're here. Noise Guru.
I hope so.
John Nada's here. Let's see, Moon Freedom's here. Bigger Pick is here. Welcome.
The birthday girl's here.
Yes. Yep. Teresa, sorry.
Welcome, Bigger Pick.
All right. So we're going to dive right in, right?
Yeah, just make sure you have that beep alert thing on for Jeff so he's not sitting back there. You know?
All right. I'll try to keep an eye out. Okay.
We just got Bellator, Senix, and Gopart Bob in the chat.
Yep, we just got a few more guys. A few more of you guys showed up.
That must be a glitch. Bellator says we already have 105 likes. That is a glitch. I see 4. That would be like my all-time high.
Okay, Sandy, you want to read this one for just a second here? I got to go do something real quick. Hang on, I'll be right back.
Sure. So Brian posted, scientists create Frankenstein Chimera monkey that glows green. Poor monkey. Why would they do that? Like, really, why would you do this? This poor little monkey is now glowing. And I can't do anything, so he has to walk away. Guys, kids come first. That's all I got to say. Please bear with us. There's nothing I can do right now except say hi to the chat. Why does Brian have a blue dot on his face? Because it's a piece of confetti. It's a confetti filter, and I wasn't gonna sit and clean them all up, so he's got blue confetti on his face. Let's see, monkey glowing, right? It is weird. I agree. But what's weirder is I have to do a Back to the Future folder tonight because the Mandela completely, it didn't change. The Mandela is still the same. It just got much, much worse. Much worse than I originally thought it was. So we're going to be doing a little Back to the Future tonight, little Mandela-weens, little name changes, you know, a little of everything tonight. Because I still have like 6 more Mandela-ween folders to get through, and I bumped like 11 folders to next year.
So we've got a lot to cover here, looks like, huh?
Yeah, no, I was just telling them that I had so much stuff for Mandela-ween that I bumped 11 presentations to next year.
Oh my goodness.
I already have 11 set for next year. It's crazy.
Oh wow.
But so tell us about your glowing monkey, because this is horrible that they did this to this monkey. I feel bad.
Oh, I don't know. I clicked it away. I'm sorry. I thought I don't know
I read about
what
it.
we're
I read
doing.
what was on the screen, but that's all I could see. So there's
Okay.
also a dreadlock monkey too.
Yeah. What is up with this?
I don't know.
A dreadlock monkey. Never heard of this thing.
Well, that's not its real name, I'm sure. But I don't. I've never seen that before either. I'm calling Mandela on that monkey. Actually, it honestly could just be its fur is so matted that it's looking like that.
I'm trying to get a closer up image of it. Look, is
It's
that
just
even
that the tail
real?
looks braided.
It
I mean,
does.
the shoulders and body look right. They look like it's matted. Do you know what I'm saying? Like a cat with long hair gets their fur matted. That's what it looks like, but the tail looks braided. Like
No,
that is
that
crazy.
that doesn't even look like a monkey. Look how thick the tail is.
I know.
What
Mange, says
kind of
Noise
a world
Guru.
are we? Kind of world are we living in, right?
I can't. What in the abnormal bleep is that? Says Bigger PC. We have to wait. You have to wait like a certain amount of minutes before you can say curse words. Because YouTube is ridiculous. So bleep.
Anyway, we have one here from Rip Shop Sutton. No, no, no. There was no last name. If we look at you guys can see this image here, Laverne. Do you guys ever remember the TV show Laverne and Shirley being Laverne DeFazio and Shirley Feeney? Do you
Yeah, I
ever
don't know
remember
what that's
that?
from.
That's from the pilot only. I've seen it.
Are you
But
sure? Did we
Yeah,
research this
I
fully?
have them all on DVD. They did that for the pilot only.
I know, but how long ago did you watch it?
Oh, I've always watched it.
Okay, have you watched it in the last few days?
Yeah, well, not a few days, but a few
Like,
weeks. Yeah.
okay. Well, we may have to investigate this one a little bit further then, because I don't remember there being last names in this show at
wait,
all.
guys, what is going on with YouTube? Bellator saw a glitch that said I had 105 likes on my video, and now John Nada thought he was 26 minutes late, but he's only 6 minutes late. What is going on with YouTube?
I'm not sure.
Oh my goodness.
And we can't
Okay.
even, for those of you just now joining, we can't seem to get Teresa in here because there's an Android bug apparently. So it's funny. They as soon as they patch the iPhone bug, now there's an Android bug.
Yeah, of course. Wow. So there's also something new with YouTube. I just watched like the number watching. It's like a ticker that spins now. I've never seen that before either. Weird stuff happening. Weird stuff.
All
Oh,
right.
Teresa's got a bug.
Well, we have to pray for Teresa because shall we say it, Sandy?
Well, why don't you ask Teresa if you should say it while you're reading this post? Teresa, answer in the chat if it's okay, and you
Yeah, if
read
it's
this post.
okay. Yeah, you can tell people what kind of surgery you're having to do. Anyway.
But yes, please pray for Teresa, who's going to need a procedure done.
Yes. Thank you, God. Thank you, Sandy.
No problem.
Namath
She said
Nam
it's okay.
says, if you think sharks and volcanoes are scary, you're not going to like this one. Forget Sharknado. This is a real life Sharkano filled with sharks that live and hunt around underwater volcanoes in extreme conditions that are not palatable to many other forms of life. Ocean engineer Brennan Phillips led a team to the remote Solomon Islands in search of hydrothermal activity. Well, in here it says they found plenty of activity, all right. The main peak of the volcano, called Kavachi, I think that's how you pronounce it, was not erupting during their expedition. So they were able to drop instruments, including a deep sea camera, into the crater. They then identified two shark species, a hammerhead and silly sharks.
Silky.
What the heck is a silly shark?
Silky
And
with a K.
silky, okay, silky shark, sorry. and active microbial ecosystems living within the volcano's crater, earning the moniker Sharkano. A 2008 study found that the volcano was constantly spewing volcanic particles and fragments, making the environment acidic and superheated. There are several Sharkanos, I've never heard of this, off the coast of Reunion in the Indian Ocean, as well as one near Guadalupe Island off the coast of Mexico. So this must be a new Mandela effect. I've never heard of volcano sharks that can thrive under these conditions. Have you ever heard of Sharkanos before? And that's more pictures of what they look like.
That is bizarre.
Never heard of it.
Nope.
All right, so here, somebody read the next one. I got to take care of something. Thank you.
Okay. Jeff, do you want to read one?
Yeah.
That's
that
it.
one right there.
Yep.
I can't read it.
All right. This is the first time I hear Al Bundy had a job other than some form of shoe salesman. I've seen a lot of the episodes. Weird. I'm now finding out he also had a part-time job as a burger slinger. This is new to me. Anyone remember if he was only a shoe salesman and this is new to you? I think it's Paula Peluyera. I believe that's how you pronounce her name. I'm sorry if I butchered that. It's also hard because
That was just like an offshoot episode where he had to get a different job. I've seen every episode.
So maybe you're saying so maybe Paula didn't see that one episode?
Yeah. That's my favorite show. I've seen every episode. I have them all. It's not like he had a different job like consistently. It was just one of those things where he just had to get a different job for that episode.
Just one episode, John Nada.
Yep.
The bigger pic says only a shoe salesman.
Nope. He got fired a couple times and he had to get a second job a couple times.
I actually do remember the second job. I didn't remember what the second job was.
Yeah, they did that a few times. The show was on for 11 years. So, I mean, they did all kinds of wacky stuff.
It was one off. And unfortunately, like I said, kids come first, guys. I'm sorry. We can't do anything on our end but sit and look at the same screen you're looking at. He was at the gas station, says Noise Guru. Hey, Anita. I'll tell Brian you're here when he gets back.
I'm back. I'm back. Hi, Mom.
And also, High Pockets jumped in.
Okay, cool.
Noise Guru, we can't use other browsers.
Okay.
StreamYard requires Android to use Chrome and requires iPhone to use Safari. It doesn't work in other browsers. If it did, we would have had her try one.
All right, are we ready for the first one of the evening?
Been ready.
Okay.
So ready. So there is a Back to the Future tonight. There's 6 folders. The Back to the Future is an update, so don't skip it. Okay.
Okay.
It's towards the end though.
Okay. There are no dates on these, Sandy. So let's see. Where are we beginning here?
I sent you a picture in the chat of the folders. It starts with. It's above the StreamYard. It starts with the logo and residue, then the one with, it says with Teresa, and then you move up from there. I'm gonna get the logo and residue out of the way first. So it's got a lot of. I actually have quite a few logo and residue from other people on this one, so I wanted to get this one done. And there's questions. I have questions.
Okay, I see
the folder.
Okay, starting from the logos and residue, you said?
Yes, there should be 6 folders starting.
Okay,
from
got it.
Brian,
Yep, I'm here. First one. Sorry, is
you're still
sorry, I had to bring
sharing.
that. I had to bring them up. I'm sorry,
It's okay. I was
but
gonna say you're still sharing Facebook. All right. So I'm gonna handle this because there's questions in here as well. But here's some jewelry residue of the heart on the right hand side.
So this is logos and residue.
Yep.
All right.
Um,
what are we looking at here?
okay, so this is credit Esther. We have residue of Jiffy. They said it multiple times. I think it's Smosh Gaming or something. On the top, we have Donald Duck with white eyes on the mask and the costume. On the bottom, I remember Mickey Mouse wearing a red bow. It's yellow now. There's the red on the costume. And Cinderella always wore a blue dress for me. It's white now. I covered that a couple of years ago. Not the wedding dress. The Bippity Boppity Boo song, her dress is white. Silvery white now. It was blue. That's residue of a blue dress. On the top, we had a red bar flag on a Weezer poster. And then on the bottom, that's how I remember elephant's feet and woolly mammoth. And I forgot to point it out, there's a rhinoceros with one horn. On the top, we have residue of gold for the headband and the wristbands instead of the and the waist. The waist is now like a silver, like it's almost like a white gold. It's gold, but it's going lighter, almost silver. I just want to point that out. And then the bottom, we have the actual S that doesn't look like a snake on the Superman costume. We've got an upside down rainbow for those of you that remember it. And at the top, credit John Nada. Instead of hi ho, we have I-O. So off to work I go. Not home. And there's a current reality dollar sign. This is an article that repeatedly mentions Home Depot, not the Home Depot.
It was Home Depot.
It was Home Depot. Okay, this is how I remember the teeth of Jaws. Now there's like 3 layers of teeth, and they are crooked as crooked could be. I remember them straight. That's what I remember on the top. There is Spock with no blue eyeshadow at all on the mask. And there's the S again. Different angle.
You're telling me Spock has blue eyeshadow?
Yes, he does. And pink
Oh.
lipstick.
Is this an older effect?
No, I never covered it.
What in the world?
I'll find a picture and maybe we can show at the end, okay? Like at the end of the show, before we go. When someone else is reading, I'll find it. Yeah, Brian.
All right, so let me see. We got more? Yeah, okay.
Oh, God, a lot more. We didn't even get to the orange and the red yet. So here's a residue of a skull with the eyes black and no bone in the back. Now, interestingly, we have the costume on the top has the little hook, the handle thingy. The one on the bottom does not.
Yeah, so that looks like it's from He-Man.
No, it's not. It's labeled a ghost mask.
That's weird because that looks like what's her name from
Skeletor.
He-Man?
Skeletor. That's from like the early 1970s, way before He-Man.
Oh man, maybe that's where they got the idea.
Maybe. So this is the same advertisement, but I wanted to cover 2 different things. So I remember Juicy Fruit, and the box says Juicy Fruit, and the box says Juji Fruits, and they have Juji Fruit in the listing. There's Nestle's, for those who remember Nestle's, and at the top, Hershey Bar and Hershey's. Sorry, what were you going to say?
Oh man, that's awesome residue. It was Hershey bars.
Mm-hmm.
I found that one in October of 2016.
Yeah,
I can't believe it's been that long ago.
I know. So here's the residue of the curved sickle that I remember. The way the pumpkin face used to be from my past. And for those who had trouble seeing my find with his bib, I remember it straight like you see on the toy, but if you look at the drawing, the red thing hangs lower and it's curved. That's how it is now. It's curved. I remember it straight like it is on the actual toy. Oh, and I also don't remember the logo as the O in Ghostbusters. Do you guys remember that, Jeff and Brian?
No, it wasn't like that.
No, it's
No.
just a no. Just a no for me. So this is from Hebrew. He found in one of the Friday the 13th a heart tattoo on the right, and more red bar flags at the top. So this is from Noise Guru. We have residue of the 52nd state or the 51st state. You can't have a 52nd without a 51st. And then we also have 5 blades on the Nightmare Before Christmas Freddy and Uncle Sam hat.
Walking into the museum was a great feeling, knowing that on our left and on our right are the collector cars from all the presidential cars that are from Kennedy to the Lincolns that were used to.
So he's pointing out the same type of car as Kennedy, but it's a 4-seater.
From all the presidential cars.
Yeah, why would it be a 6-seater?
Well, in this reality, Kennedy had it sent out to be customized and turned into a limo for 6 seats.
Which is crazy because.
And he had it painted blue.
Yeah, I think I explained on my show previously, long time ago, that I met a guy at I think it was at a bingo actually. This older gentleman who swore up and down. He studied history, and he was there during the time. He was alive during the Kennedy assassination. He swore up and down there was only 4 people in that car, and I couldn't tell him otherwise.
So Teresa saw this today in CVS, which is crazy. The stickers. One says Fruit Loops Fruit, and the other one says FROOT.
Did they mean to do that? I mean,
it's on the shelf.
Wow.
That is crazy. FRUIT. Fruit Loops. So, guys, I had this in my folder. This is Rapture, the Blondie video. The stripes reversed on me. They weren't thin red stripes like that. It looks like candy now. It didn't look like that. It looked like the normal red and white stripes. And now it looks like that. Does anyone remember it like that?
No.
And then credit Imaginationary Man. It's got the right curve, but it's at the new angle where it's straight out, but it's curved correctly. So that's why I got orange, because it's got the right curve but wrong angle. We've covered the Labyrinth logo before, but it was on a costume, so I'm adding it in again. Guys, do you remember Labyrinth looking like that? The LAB is merged, the RIN is merged, and the A is like one of those upside down V's. Oh,
No.
Sorry. Ghostbusters in there twice. Sorry, guys. And a few years ago, I covered how there's a metal bar on Frankenstein's monster's wrist, and it's slashed on the other wrist, and I don't remember that. And the big gash, and he's still got the staples there, so I have that highlighted. And Brian walked away, so take a good look at this stuff. Because we can't move it. Oh, he moved it for us. Thanks, Brian. So, guys, Pan American, I recently covered those holes those exhaust fans on top of the engines that I don't remember. And this is an old image. It still says Pan American, and it's got those swooping down vents or something on top of the engines that I don't remember. I don't remember there being an antenna in the center of the top of the plane, but at least the wings are straight. They're not curved up. And the bottom, we have a weird polka dot Scooby-Doo. Like, that dot in his chest is bothering me. And, oh, more gashes on the head of Frankenstein. And here we have Cinderella. They're calling it white for night. It's a white dress for Cinderella, just like it is in the movie now. I wish I could get a picture of the image, but I couldn't find it.
Yeah, sorry, Sandy. What's with Scooby Doo?
The spots look weird to me.
Didn't
And
he
it's in a
always
red-
have spots?
Yeah, but not in that pattern. That big black spot on his chest is what's bothering me.
You sure
Where's
that's not
that
his
from?
medal?
Huh?
You sure it's not a medal?
Maybe it's a medal, but either way, it's in a red box because the his Adam's apple is there, and he's wearing a red shirt.
Okay, well, I can tell you right off the bat, I don't remember the spots on his shoulders. That's
Yeah,
weird.
it's weird.
Oh my gosh. Hey, take a look at it, guys, real quick. I remember the one black spot on his back, but I don't remember the ones on his shoulders and his arm.
And there's nothing on his chest, right?
No. What in the world?
So maybe that is a medal. All right, I have to ask you all about this. Do you remember Pennywise? Like, I know the book is older, but there's a costume for Pennywise back in the 70s, and the dancing clown. Has anyone ever heard Pennywise be referred to as the dancing clown? Now, I did not read it, so maybe they referred to him as the dancing clown in the book, but I've never heard of him referred to as the dancing clown. And Eastman is all messed up and cut up, the E's and the A's. I've never heard of these cigarettes, Fatima, but they're very old. The MA is merged on the drawing of the pack at the top, but at the bottom, the letters are all separate like I would expect back in the 1920s and 30s. And Turkish cigarettes, the R is weird. Brian?
I mean, it all looks weird to me. Especially Pennywise
Yeah,
from he says from the 70s.
that's what it's claiming to be from.
I mean, who's to say? I mean, it could have been. I mean, when was the book written? When was
Let me look. See, that's the thing, though. I'm finding costumes for the most obscure stuff. Okay, the book was written in.
we're talking about the movie It?
The book was written in 1986, so that could be the time period for that costume.
Okay, that makes sense for that.
Yeah.
Yes. And there was a 90s movie they did. That's the one that most of us remember.
Yes.
The one what's his name from he was in Clue, and he was
Yes.
also the hotel guy from Home
Tim
Alone
Curry.
2.
Tim Curry.
Yeah. Yes, thank you.
But there's residue of the red balloons there. It's now yellow, which is
Yeah, they're yellow
bizarre.
now.
When it's
So
alone,
weird.
yeah. All right. So on this slide we have Woolworth. It was Woolworths, always Woolworths. Light up mask. Do you guys remember light up masks back then? And Shazam with an N. Does anyone know who Shazam with an N is? Found that interesting. Just a weird ampersand for Starsky and Hutch on that was the 70s or early 80s costume. And this candy, Exquisite Candies by Norris, RRI is merged. I looks like a number 1, and the O is a dot in the center. Anyone? Shazam? Oh, my chat was not updating. I'm sorry, guys. We have Mr. Super Sidewiner pushing buttons. People jumping in the chat. So Noise Guru and John Nada were talking about this in the chat a while back. Pentech, which I hadn't thought of since like the early 2000s, late 90s. The logo is all messed up. I do not remember the E's like that at all. And grip sticks, the R's messed up. And on the pen, the T and NTE is merged at the top. I agree. Shazam and Woolworths. I covered this a while back. His feather was always red for me, and now it's an ombre. Sometimes it's pink to white, sometimes it's red to pink, and sometimes it's yellow, orange to red. And also, maybe it's Mandela covered one of the feathers, and I covered the other one. Hey, Preliminal. Brian, you gonna go on? Maybe you had to walk away again, guys. Yeah, I've never seen Shazzan. That was just crazy looking. All right, so The Exorcist, the EX is merged. We had covered that before, but there's going to be a close-up on the next page. And also, I've never seen this 20th Century Fox logo before, and Century Fox has a dash that I don't remember. But there's a little box in the top corner of Select Division. Yes, Brian?
You forgot to mention the RCA. The R is broken and the A is broken.
Oh, yeah, and also Warner Home Video. Those are all old. The W and A is one letter. But I'm just pointing out new stuff. On the next slide, you're going to see the close-up. So William Peter Blatty's Exorcist, the W's the weird W, the AM is merged. But check out the VI in Vision. The dot is connected to the V. Or the V is the period over the I. Either way you look at it, it's not right. Especially since video is fine. Oh, you're already on the next slide. Laserdisc was 2 words for me, not one. It's also merged, the R and the D. This ad, we're going to be looking awesome on the next slide, but here you can see Team Murray is overlapping, and this is 1984. And here we can see the awesome that was merged, the SO, the OM, and the EW. Huffy. Guys, who had a Huffy bike? Because I sure did. And FY was not merged in Huffy.
Yeah, I did. Sandy, this is an older ME, though.
Okay, but look. Oakley, we've covered the OAK, but now the L and the E and the Y are merged. So originally when we covered it, it was OAK that had merged. But now it's LEY. The L and the E is one letter. And the Araya, I don't know that brand, but we have Lambda A's or Pyramid A's in the 1980s. I think it was 87, this ad. All right, who wants to read?
I'll read.
Okay.
There's a woman's clothing catalog that was sent to millions of homes each year through the early 2000s that is different from my memory. Teresa had found that the company logo has been merged since the early 2000s, but when I looked at the catalog, I realized the entire name was wrong. Which company name do you remember, top or bottom?
I don't know if people are going to know this, but my mom got these catalogs all the time.
I've never seen this.
I can't see the chat because I'm sending Brian. Brian, I'm putting it in the group chat, the picture of Spock. It's not going to. I'm not enhancing the colors at all. Maybe I should do both, like a side by side, so people can see it easier.
I don't know if a lot of people know this one, Sandy. Not,
What are
there's a
they
lot
saying?
of folks here that don't know it.
That's okay.
I
I
don't
know
know
it,
it
and the
either,
residue
honestly.
knows it.
I don't know this one either, so it's going to be tough.
Teresa and I have only ever known the company name to be Romans. No A. Bottom, not row A. Mans. Do you remember the second A in the name? I've never seen this catalog.
My mom used to get it. It was because they don't make these catalogs anymore. At least I don't think they do.
Yeah, sorry. The only two clothing magazines growing up I remember was Sears and J.C. Penney. Back when J.C. Penney was the normal J.C. Penney without the E, without the extra E.
Hmm. I made a quick slide.
Can anyone tell me in the chat, is Sears even around anymore?
It's not.
They went out of business completely?
Yeah.
I think no. I think there's still one or two stores from. I watched a show. A show. I watch a YouTube channel. Where the guy goes to the dead malls and stuff. And I think there's one or two Sears left, but they are dying.
I've watched that channel, the Dead Mall one.
Well, there's multiple. There's Sunshine something, and then there's Retail Archaeology, I think it's called. I think. Hey, Brian, when you're done this folder, I sent a picture.
Okay. There's tons of residue for it, so I believe it's got to be something to it,
Yeah, it's Romans now. It was always Romans.
All right, let me see what picture you sent me.
Romans is something that is a catalog that, for like the working woman, like 30 plus, up until like the late 90s. So for a lot of people, it would have been like something their mother ordered from or their grandmother. You know what I'm saying? Like, or maybe an
Okay, so
older sister.
you're telling me which one is the correct Spock here?
Okay, they're both correct. I'm just saying the one on the left is the original coloring. On the right, I bumped up the coloring so you could see it easier.
Oh wow,
I increased the saturation on the right. But he's definitely wearing eyeshadow and pink lipstick.
wow.
And there's actually more photos where it's even more obvious, but I gotta look for them.
I think I have somebody at work that I work with that kind of looks like Spock, except without the eyeshadow.
So he wears pink lipstick.
No, but there's somebody I work with that kind of looks like him. All right, so I'll read this one.
Okay.
So one of the creepiest movies of the 1980s was Alien, starring Sigourney Weaver.
That should be aliens, by the way. Sorry.
Well, Alien, yeah, Aliens.
No, I'm
Well,
talking
no,
about
hold
I'm
on.
talking about
No,
aliens though.
well, right, but the first movie was Alien, then the second one was Aliens.
Right, and I'm talking about aliens for this one.
Oh, okay. So true or false, the alien was based off a real creature. True or false? In the chat, I want you guys to reply. True or false? By the way, John Nada says there's an old Sears. Did you read that one yet, Sandy?
In Concord? No, I just saw it. In Concord, California, went recently. It was so empty. Just the
Yes,
same
it was
items
so
spread
empty.
around sparsely. So we have in the chat John Nada with false, pushing buttons false. Bigger Pick says true.
Really? All right, wait, hold on. Are we trying to play devil's advocate, or is that an anchor memory for you? Bigger pick.
John Nada says Geiger. We're gonna get to that. Based
Okay.
directly on H.R. Geiger. Sorry, says Preliminal.
The answer is true. I can't say this is a new creature to our reality for sure, but it's not a new creature just discovered. It is rumored that this creature was the inspiration for the Queen in 1986 movie Aliens, even though hardcore fans disagree, saying it was modeled after an H.R. Geiger painting.
Bellator says false.
So if it wasn't modeled off of Proninema
Yeah, good luck.
and deep sea arthropod, then this creature is most definitely a Mandela effect. Not of our past reality, because they look almost identical, in my opinion. Yeah, honestly, the aliens that we saw in that movie kind of look like insects, like giant insects to me, in my opinion. Look at that.
That's a
Not to
perfect
worry though,
figure.
Phronema is harmless and it's only 4 centimeters long. Well, harmless to humans. Salps, not so much. So 4 centimeters, you see that? It's about the size of a fingernail. A salp is a sea barrel shaped siphonophore. I think we studied that recently, right,
We
Sandy?
did. We did.
Uh, Involving jellyfish, right?
No, siphonophores. Man
Right,
of War is a siphonophore, not a jellyfish now.
right. That's what we're saying. So, or a group of clone organisms like hermit crabs. Phronema feel safer swimming around protected by a home, but instead of using a shell, they will grab a sea salp, cut it open, and live inside of it. Doesn't don't some of those sea creatures do that with like you know shelled creatures? They live inside shells.
Yeah,
There's
there's lots of creatures
other
that. Yeah, and there's like
predators.
yeah, and there's an octopus. The coconut octopus lives in coconut shells. They carry around coconut shells. It's crazy looking, but they gouge open these poor sea salps and live inside this living organism.
I don't know. If some of you guys are really sensitive to this stuff, that's why I don't want to zoom in. You guys could look this stuff up for yourself if you like.
Or they can go to my Flickr and they can look at the image closer.
Yeah, true. This also reminds me of Aliens a bit. I use Spaceballs here because it's not as gruesome.
So they're living inside another organism just like this too. It's crazy.
I don't remember this. This happened in Spaceballs.
Yes,
Okay, I don't remember that. Maybe I need to rewatch it.
maybe you do.
Kind of creepy looking.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever heard of this sea creature before, or even seen one? Or do you think it could be a creature from our new Earth reality? Let me know in the comments, guys.
Actually, no, I can cover it, but I'm not going to cover it now. I did notice that you spelled Geiger differently.
All right, Sandy or Jeff, do you want to take care of this one?
It's up to you, Jeff. Do you want to do it or do you want me to do this one?
I'll do it.
Okay.
One of the actresses in The Exorcist has had their name Mandela from my memory. Reagan's mother.
Where did the D go? Oh, God, I hate the autocorrect in that app. I hate it.
Disclaimer, I am focusing on just the first part of her name. It is possible that the second half is wrong as well, but there is no residue of any other spelling. and it could be spelled so many ways. I am more concerned about how her name sounds.
Yes, we can't say her name for you guys.
Again, ignoring the Stin, please spell
Steen.
the actress's last name. What do you remember? Ellen B. blank
Steen.
Stin.
Steen.
Steen.
Yeah.
And
Ellen
it's
B.
not,
Blank Steen.
Are
it's
you
not
sure that's how it's
Berenstein.
pronounced?
It's not Berenstein.
No, it's not Berenstein.
Thought it was Stin. That's how I've always heard it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
That is even weirder. You just made it worse. Thank you. So John Nada remembers Burstein.
Yeah. Me too.
I don't.
Yep. Like
And he
bursting.
remembers. So you guys are from the same reality on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Totally different name for me. Totally different name. Anyone else? Do you remember it like John, Nada, and Jeff? Or do you remember something different?
Man, I wish I knew more about this, but I didn't know her name, honestly. It's not like I studied the names or anything, back then when it came out.
Oh, I know, but her name's big and bold in the credits in the beginning. No one knows this? 26 people listening and only one person knows? So High Pockets has current memory. It's okay if you have the current memory, guys. I've been alone on things before. If you remember it the way it is now, that's fine. It's
Sandy,
okay.
we have to keep in mind that not all of our listeners may be on their phones. They could be watching it on the television. Therefore, they can't comment.
That is true. But C-3PO's Golden Calf, welcome, says, hey, what's up? I remember Bernstein, but not 100%. All right. Okay.
In my past, her last name was Bernstein.
No, Bernstein. That's how it was pronounced for me.
Really?
Ellen Bernstein. Yes.
I've never seen Steen pronounced that way ever.
Well, that's why I said the second half I have a problem with, but there was
Mhm.
there wasn't any residue. It was 1000% Ellen Bernstein for me. And I have residue on like a VHS cassette tape.
Really?
From another country. Yep.
Oh,
Go
wow.
on.
The Y looks off, but I honestly have no idea if it was Stein. What I am 100% sure about is her name started with Bern, not Burse. Do you remember Burstein?
So those of you in the chat that do remember her remember Burstein, but for me, or Stin, but for me it was always Ellen Bernstein. Always. Look up, wake up, welcome says I remember Bernstein, but spelled completely different than it is now.
See, I don't, because that would make her Jewish, and she's not.
That's not always true. I had the last name Warowitz. I'm not Jewish. Not always true. I mean, Whoopi Goldberg. Come on
she
now.
stole that name. That's not her real name.
I know. Just saying. So wait, I want.
She needs to give it back.
Brian, I have to read those. Go back. I put the most important ones in the front. So this woman worked with her. Okay, she worked with her, and she wrote Requiem for a Dream 2000. I was lucky to work on site with Ellen Bernstein. She deserved the Oscar that year. But the hashtag was Ellen Burstyn. But again, that autofills. So, and the next one I really have to read, Brian. So don't go nowhere on the next one. Go ahead. So this is Debbie Mazar or Mazar. I think it's Mazar, and her husband.
Mazer.
Okay. Mazer, thank you.
Hmm.
According to her, Ellen Burstyn married her. Okay? But at the top, they wrote, I married my gorgeous Debbie Mazar in our LA backyard. Ellen Bernstein officiated the simple Sufi ceremony. So they don't even know her last name, but she married them. Here it is. So in another country, in another language, Bernstein is written on the box. And Burston is on the other box, on the American box for the ambassador. Here's an article. Or they write Bernstein. There's a lot of residue, Brian. We got through the most important ones, though. Daniel Wiley remembers Ellen Bernstein. Here's at the bottom they said all these people. Oh no, I'm on the next one, Brian. You have to go back. It was a contest. All these people went to the same high school, and they had Ellen Bernstein. Pictures. This is like a star map of Covington in Newton County, Georgia, and there they have her name as well as Bernstein. Hey Ed, good to see you. Okay, guys. This may seem like a repeat, but trust me, there's more. If you saw the Back to the Future show, if you missed the Back to the Future show, this one's good. So I recently covered a new Mandela effect that was found in Back to the Future. But after presenting the new Mandela, I realized this was a much bigger Mandela effect. Brian? Next slide is more important, Brian. Okay. So I'm asking the same question I've already asked. If you have seen this before, just answer what you originally answered, please. Picture a cheap paper pair of 3D glasses, not the new gray lens ones. The lenses are two colors. What two colors do you remember? In the chat. And Brian and Jeff, feel free to chime in about myself here.
Yeah, guys, I'm sorry I'm muted. I have two kids I'm babysitting, so my kid and her friend are staying over. So sorry about that.
Okay. So Noise Guru says red and blue. Look Up Wake Up says blue and red. Elder Scenic says red and blue. Pushing Button says red and blue. Preliminal says red and blue. Crypnotic, hey, good to see you. Blue and red. C3PO's Golden Calf, red and blue. Always blue and red says Look Up Wake Up. Ed Hen says red/blue.
Yeah, blue
Bigger
and red.
Pick, same for Jeff. Bigger Pick says I didn't answer before, but blue and red. John Nada, red and blue, but I had a different pair for a few comic books. Daniel Wiley, dark green and blue. That's interesting. Red and blue from Michael Russell. Hey, in my past, the old 3D glasses were only ever red-blue. Sometimes the blue is cyan, a lighter blue, but always red-blue. It wasn't until the 2000s that theater began using 3D glasses that had clear tinted lenses. I remember these as well, but this isn't the issue. I'm babysitting too, so if you hear loud noises. Next slide, Brian. In the Back to the Future presentation, I pointed out that Biff's friend now wears red and green 3D glasses. Not only do I remember him wearing red and blue glasses, making that character a Back to the Future Mandela effect, but I have no memory of red and green 3D glasses, ever. Have you ever seen red and green 3D glasses before? That is where the Back to the Future presentation ended. But wait, there's more. In this reality, red, blue, and red, green are the most common 3D glasses next to the new gray plastic style. But the words most common were bugging me. So again, they are both equally common. Red and blue and red and green. I've never seen red and green before. I can't. Next slide, Brian. I think he walked away, guys. Okay, first, these are new 3D. I can't read it, it's too small. These are new, so not a Mandela effect. But of course, there are now rainbow 3D glasses. Is anyone surprised these exist? Because I'm not. I am not surprised. But these are new, these are not the Mandela effect. I just wanted to point them out. The actual second part of this Mandela effect is there have always been other less common colors. It doesn't have to be red and blue. There are many color combinations that work. So on Reddit, someone says, why were old 3D glasses almost always red and blue and not, say, green and orange? Someone writes, no, not all color pairs will work. Coloring on movies are done in RGB values, and thus you'll never achieve 3D effect with any opposite color. You'll have to use any two of the RGB. So it has to be red, green, blue. So red and blue or green and blue. Not green and blue. Red and blue or red and green, because they're the opposites. You can't have green and blue because they're not opposite colors. You won't get that 3D effect. So why do other colors exist then if it has to be red, green, or red, blue? So next slide, Brian. Does anyone remember pink and green or dark blue and amber? I cannot find when they were first used or sold, but they do exist, and I've never seen these before. Have you? Has anyone ever seen pink and green or blue and amber? You can go online and buy these right now. But now, guys, you have to really pay attention here and follow me here. This part's crazy. But the craziest part of this Mandela effect for me is red and green was first. So we should all know red and green because it was the first color combination they used on glasses. It was the standard for decades. Plus, there is a huge sync here with Back to the Future. One of the most the song I think of when I think of Back to the Future.
Next, please. I'm afraid you're just too darn loud, Sandy. I'm just kidding. I had to say it.
One of the main songs I associate with Back to the Future is The Power of Love by Huey Lewis and the News. And oh my God, I can't so much that I had to write it. The first 3D movie was a silent film in 1922. This is actually an old ME that we've covered before. And as I've already told you, they used red and green glasses first, including this film. But you may not have known this. That's okay. The first 3D film was 1922 now. The 1922 silent film that first used 3D glasses, where I found the Mandela effect, was in Back to the Future. Okay? It was called The Power of Love. It's like the Mandela effect's waving a big red flag in my face.
No way. That can't be right. Is
can't.
that for real?
It's for real. I can't. So the first 3D movie was The Power of Love. They used red and green glasses. I found the red and green glasses for the first time in Back to the Future, where the song is The Power of Love. This is just nuts. I can't. I'm done. Okay, Brian. Let's show them all the glasses. Like I said, red and green is just as common as red and blue, and I've never seen it before. And then here's the other crazy color combinations.
I think, Sandy, the first 3D movie I ever saw was Aristocats. It was like a long time ago in the 80s, and it was blue and red.
That's all I remember is blue and red as well. Sorry, Joey came in. So here's residue of the blue and red that we remember. And then I feel like the Mandela effect is just trolling us now. I can't read the bottom. What do you think? Are you as blown away by these Mandelas and by the synchronicity with the Power of Love 3D film and song in Back to the Future as I am? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I think we're down to the last one already, which is just nuts. How did we go through so many folders so quickly? C3PO, it probably is a message. I agree. Well, red and green are complete opposites. Jeff, do you want to read this one?
Yeah.
Okay. Like on the color spectrum, red and green are completely opposite.
What is that word?
Oh, it's xiphoid.
Okay, thanks. The
Okay.
xiphoid process is a small growth of cartilage in children that calcifies to bone ossification
Okay.
as we age into adulthood. It is connected to and located directly beneath the breast bone / plate.
And there's that residue again of the heart on the right. On the left, I mean. Did I say right last time too? Oh, I'm tired.
Which shape do you remember the xiphoid highlighted area being? Pick the number closest to what you remember.
Brian, are you able to zoom in on that 1, 2? Well, I took the 2 out. So 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You'll see the 2 later on the next slide. But for now, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Which one is closest to your memory of what the breastbone looked like? And Brian and Jeff, feel free to chime in.
Let's see. It definitely didn't look like a couple of cows' udders to me, or a tooth. I mean, Jesus, look at that image in number like 5, I think, or 6.
Yeah. 5, 6, 7 on the bottom.
It looks like a tooth, and the other one looks like a baby nipple, baby bottle nipple.
Well, Jason, our Dwango, does remember number 4, the baby bottle. Michael Russum is 1 and 3. Ed says 1. High Pockets says 3.
No, it was 1 or maybe 3. I'm not
And
sure.
Yeah,
100%.
for me too. Same thing.
None of the
Bellador,
rest of them.
Bellador is guessing 4. Preliminal says 3-ish. Look Up, Wake Up says 1 and 3.
Whatever the most ridiculous one, that's what it is now.
1 or 3 look right says C3PO. Michael Fontaine, welcome, says 2. I showed you residue already tonight, Michael. At the beginning, you're going to have to rewind to see it. It's a toss-up, just Look Up, Wake Up. John Nada, 3, I think. And now you can see number 2, everyone. So go ahead, Jeff.
This is definitely Mandela affected anatomy for me. I remember simple sword or tie shape. So I could agree to 1 to 3. Any of those look right, but in this reality, a normal xiphoid bone is. All of them and more. They come in multiple shapes and sizes. One person even had a boot-shaped xiphoid. This variation changes the overall shape of the breastbone. Do you remember the shape of any human bone having this much variation?
So yes or no in the chat. Do you remember any human bone having this much variation in shape? Besides, like, maybe the face, the skull.
Yeah, I was going to say, Sandy, the skull is like different for everybody.
Right, but so is this now. And I'm going to show you some shapes. It says broad fin, monofid, bifid, trifid, curved, deflected. It's unique for not unique for everyone, but it's about as unique as blood types or hair color or eye color. Like, no. No. All right, go on, Brian. It sounds like it looks. Okay, Jeff, the word is coming up.
All right. Any shaped breastplate or xiphoid bone can also have holes in them called foramen. This is also completely normal and yet another variation.
So some people have holes in their breastplates and xiphoid bones, making the variation even more so. So here's what I remember. This is imagery of 1 through 3. Next slide, Brian. Next slide, Brian. The one on the bottom is an actual skeleton with the way I remember it. I'm guessing that bone broke off. The top is, it's made. Okay, Brian, there's the udders on the bottom, the one that you don't remember. It looks like fangs to me. Do you guys see the boot on the second row, number 2? It even looks like it has shoelaces. I can't with that one. You guys see the boot? Hey, Splatter.
That can't be legitimate.
That is legitimate. This is from a medical site
No,
that I got these images. These are
that looks
CAT
like an
scans.
implant. He probably had it implanted.
No, I swear this is from these are CAT scans from a medical site. 3D CAT scan imaging.
It kind of makes you curious to get your own scan to see what yours looks like, doesn't it?
I don't know if I want to know. I think the boot was made by a hole, one of those Foremans, and a piece broke off. That's all I could think of. Oh, really quickly, top left, Brian. Can you go to the top left image? Do you guys remember the floating ribs looking like that? The top two images where they're like straight down and it looks like little sharp points? Because I don't remember that. And a lot of them
No,
look like that.
I don't remember that either.
I just remember them shorter and
Well, here's
coming
the problem,
around
Sandy.
straight up.
I don't remember floating ribs at all. To me, it was all one cage.
Oh, I do remember a floating rib, but I don't remember them being that big or curved or pointing downward. But when I originally covered this, I'm like, well, why are some pointy and some look like a little like upside down heart or something? And it's because there's multiple shapes. That's the Mandela. Is that there's multiple shapes, there's holes.
That's insane.
I don't remember any of this.
Me either.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Is this a skeleton Mandela effect for you as well? Let me know in the comments below. Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm. That's lizard people scan, says Bellador. Wait. What?
Yeah,
That could
that's
show up in
weird.
an X-ray? That doesn't make sense.
No.
Wait, what?
Well, you just showed the comment, Brian. You read it. I'm not reading it.
I just showed it.
I don't know.
That's crazy.
Hi, Michael E.
Hey, Michael E.
I
Aw,
thought
thank you.
X-rays
It's so
only
sweet.
showed bones.
Same. I think you needed a CAT scan or an ultrasound or an MRI to see anything
Yeah.
else. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right. So, is there anything you guys want to show tonight, or is that it? This is a short show. There is a
Well,
folder I wanted to show that we missed on Back to the Future, Brian, but I can't find it. Like, I've been looking. Let me try one more thing.
all right.
Typing in Teresa.
While you're doing that,
Yes.
I will make a very simple hashtag for everybody for the contest, okay?
Oh, that sounds good. I'm trying searching by Teresa because I found it. Oh, we forgot to cover this folder, and it's a good one. I'm
Okay.
sending you a link to it for after the contest.
Okay, let's send me the link now so we can cover it, and then we'll do contest.
Okie dokie. There you are.
You got it?
Yep. I don't know if people are going to know the answer to it, but it's a good one. But do you want to put you want to tell them the hashtag so that they can start putting it in the chat?
Sure. It's hashtag BTTF. Capital BTTF.
So guys, get your hashtags in the chat while we're doing this presentation. Hashtag B as in boy, T as in Tom, T as in Tom, F as in Frank. Back to the future, BTTF. I'll put my hashtag in so they can see it and start doing it. And you got to use capitals, otherwise it won't register. All right. So, name of the magazine, the 2007 almanac, was shoved into. So, Biff in 1955 was carrying a magazine that he shoved the almanac into.
Ryan.
What is the name of that magazine? Blank la la. No idea, says Ed Hen. Not the almanac. What's the name of the magazine the almanac was put into? Blank la la. And the spaces are not accurate. Ooh, says look up, wake up.
It was ooh la la.
Michael Fontaine says oh la la. Michael Russum says oh la la.
Ooh la la for me.
It was
I
ooh la.
remember. Oh wait. C3PO says I remember oh, but pronounced ooh.
It was
Look up,
ooh la la.
I think I missed one. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Bellador says ooh la la. Michael Fontaine is oh la la. Jason Orduengo is OHH. Look up, wake up, ooh la la. High Pockets is ooh. Ever Josh, welcome, is ooh. No clue, it's okay. Preliminal says ooh. Yeah, ooh la la, says Michael Fontaine. Ooh for splatter. It is oh la la. Now this is before I did the presentations the same way. So here's residue of ooh la la. So there it is. Oh la la.
No way, it was ooh la la.
Yeah,
In
good find,
fact,
Kitty.
Marty even says it ooh la la.
Yep.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's not right at all.
So yeah, there's a drawing of it.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I guess it's from a video game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so oh la la, a French magazine. But in the description it says underneath was ooh la la, one of Biff's early magazines. There is a lot of residue for ooh la la.
Yeah, but doesn't Marty actually say ooh la la?
Does he?
I think he does.
He does.
Yeah.
When he's dressed up, he's got that black hat, black suit on. Well, he's wearing a black leather jacket. He's dressed like a spy.
Mm-hmm. Well, actually,
And
I think that scene is written down right there in the bottom right-hand corner.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Ooh
called
la
Ooh La
la.
La.
And it said called Ooh La La. Yeah.
Right Splatter says no one says Oh La La. No, they don't.
Oh man.
So why did
Right.
they write it on a magazine?
How did you catch this one, Sandy?
I didn't. Teresa did. This is Teresa's.
Oh, when did she find this one?
A long time ago, 3 years ago.
It must have been when I was in my hiatus, because I do not remember this.
Maybe.
All right, let's see what we're up to right now. So far, guys, we got 9 entries. Keep them coming, guys. Guys, please enter hashtag capital BTTF, and you'll be entered to win a $5 gift card. And it's Amazon gift card.
And you can throw that into your Amazon account and it can sit there indefinitely. Because I have like a $2 credit from a gift card just sitting there from years ago.
As soon as we get to 12, I'll go ahead and hit the draw button.
Now wait, who won last week? Brian, do you remember who won last week?
I'm
Because
trying to remember.
you didn't say the rule. You got to tell them the rule. If you won in the last 30 days, not supposed to enter again to give someone else a shot.
TD Mage won last time.
TD Mage, okay. I don't even think TD Mage is here tonight.
Okay, so are we ready? We got one more. Come on, guys.
Oh, Everjosh, retype yours. It's got to be capitals for it to register.
All right, we got 13. I think I'll hit the draw.
No. Give Everjosh a second. He's got to redo it. Everjosh, do capitals. BTTF. There, Noise Guru just jumped in. See, the lowercase doesn't work. It doesn't register.
Yes, very true.
There you go. Okay, Everjosh is in.
Okay, we're gonna shoot. Let's see who wins.
All right, good night, Ed. Thanks for being here.
Come on, come on.
Nope, skip me. Mm-mm.
Okay, you sure, Sandy?
Yeah, I was just showing them what they had to write. Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, I was doing that too.
Did it freeze?
Bellator Fenix won.
Congratulations, Bellator. Yay!
Congratulations, Bellator.
It like froze on Noise Guru for a minute. I
Noise.
was like, Noise Guru's gonna win again.
Yeah, everybody knows Noise Guru won like probably at least twice or 3 times. All right, Bellator, if you'll send me an email to Mandela Effect Awareness at gmail.com, I'll post it in the chat.
Yeah. Jeff, are we having a show tomorrow night?
Yes, and we're
Okay.
going to be on early as you can make it.
Okie dokie. So, guys, if you want to see our show, make sure you're subscribed and click the bell because we don't know what time we're going on yet, but it's going to be earlier than usual.
All right, anyone have any other final comments? We need to say some prayers for Teresa.
And happy birthday to Teresa.
And also happy birthday. Now, for all you Back to the Future fans out there, tomorrow is the day that Marty, he returns home, right? November 12th, 1950. No, November 12th.
Tomorrow's
November
November
12th,
11th.
1955.
Tomorrow's November 11th, Brian.
I know that's tomorrow.
You said November 12th. Tomorrow's November 11th.
Okay, Sunday. I'm sorry, I meant Sunday.
Yes.
Today was one of those weird days because it was we were off for Veterans Day.
Oh, okay. You had off, so your days were mixed up.
Yeah, so my days are all mixed up because, usually Veterans Day is November 11th, and it is, but for most people, we were off today. So, yeah, it kind of messed me up a little bit, but that's okay.
So, guys, please pray for Teresa. She has to have a procedure done. She gave us permission to let you know she's having a biopsy on her thyroid. So, please pray for her. More so, pray that God, calms her nerves and eases her anxiety, and that everything turns out well.
Look Up, Wake Up said happy birthday to Teresa.
They're all saying happy birthday in the chat.
Yeah, I see that. Michael E., go Shorty, it's your birthday.
Yeah. She was going to join us tonight for her birthday, but
I
there is
know.
a StreamYard bug with all Android devices that causes a horrendous echo. So she couldn't stay on the show.
Hey, so Jason, I think, is a little discouraged. Nick, don't worry, Jason. Keep trying. You'll win eventually. Seriously. Don't give up, Jason. We'll see everybody on the next show.
I think Jason was joking because I won. It's rigged because I won.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
Yes.
All right. All right. Everybody have a great, wonderful Mandela Effect night. God bless.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.